6 minutes to ask Nate some questions.
I'm curious how you came up with the flavors and if you did any market research to find out which kind of flavors people gravitated towards.
Okay, for flavors, I kind of went with what I thought I could make a good tasting organic product. And I always am listening to suggestions for people. So I haven't actually did any surveys necessarily, but I've definitely asked people's opinions on what flavors they would like and what flavors they have that they've tasted that they like the most. And then I can go forward. When I go forward, I can see which products sell and which don't, so that I can adjust. So.
If awarded the funding, what areas would you put the funding towards?
The funding for this competition,
yes.
Definitely get those permits. With the money that I put aside, I've been putting aside money from the summer jobs and stuff, and then even just being a finalist here, I think that will definitely help, and it will all go, yeah, I'll definitely put aside a portion for this.
Do you have a online marketing strategy that you pursue?
You have what?
Any internet-based or online marketing strategy you use for this?
Yeah, online marketing, well, social media. I have different social media platforms that I'm on, and then I also mentioned social media, advertising and networking with organic bloggers and media. So a lot of people who eat organic, especially, they follow bloggers who have recipes and recommend products. So yeah, that would be one of the ways I would advertise on the internet.
So on that, as you've looked at getting these permits and looking at some of the larger chain stores, what have you had any conversations with any of the organic grocery stores, whether they're local or chain ones there in St. Louis?
Okay, well, primarily, like I said, farmers markets, there's definitely a lot of organic options there. So that would be my first, easy to get guaranteed sales, right? Because I can get in a farmer's market. And then the fundraising company, they don't sell organic products, but they sell fudge. As far as organic stores, I haven't specifically sat down or actually met any store owners, but that's something that I will definitely do because it would be a great place to sell my product.
So what's the shelf life of the Fudge Shop, and where are you going to store all the raw product?
Okay, the shelf life, it's a refrigerated product because it's organic and there are no preservatives. So it's usually a few months. Honestly, we've never ran into that problem because we never have old fudge at our house. But realistically, I would take it to a lab and they would give me an expiration date based on how fast bacteria grows in it. From my experience, it's a few months. And then for storing, this kitchen is a big kitchen and they have a walk-in, so I'd be able to store my product, at least a good amount of it there. And then if I were to increase my production, then I would have to, hopefully I would have, at that point, have enough sales that I can move into a bigger place, so.
In your answer to my question about the flavors, you had said that part of what guided you was trying to find what would make a good flavor organically, which made me wonder if there are limitations in creating an organic product and how you're working around that.
For organic, yeah. No artificial flavors, so anything that doesn't, obviously a lot of candies and stuff are artificially flavored, and I can't mix raw organic products like nuts and cocoa beans and stuff like that into making a product. But I think I still have a wide variety of potential with organic products, and there's a lot of great natural ingredients that I'll be able to make products with, so.
Have you already done taste tests alongside of Nutella and Hershey's?
Excuse me?
Any taste tests? Have you?
Oh, taste tests.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. For a while, like I said, I'm selling privately, so I don't have a ton of sales. But whenever usually almost always when I sell, I ask them what do they like, and do they like this better than Nutella, and would they buy this compared to Nutella? Because the price is slightly higher. It's still competitive, but and so I've been able to take that information to see would this sell, and is the price right? So.
Does this require refrigeration? I notice there's heavy whipping cream in there. Is that something that needs to be refrigerated in order to stay fresh? Or?
Yeah, so currently it's consistent refrigeration, I will be able to manufacture this refrigerated after opening, because that's how a lot of organic food products work. But because my product has no preservatives or nothing, yes, it does have to be refrigerated. But I would definitely make a refrigerated after opening version, so it would be easier to sell in stores. Yeah.
I noticed that a lot of the cost of your product was the cost of the other organic ingredients. Could you just briefly talk about that?
Okay, yeah, there's about, so there's 7 ingredients in my product, and I'm namely, the first, it was organic cocoa powder, that's the largest ingredient. The other organic ingredients was accounting for the other 6.
How did you determine the need outside of being organic and people interested in organic foods? Was there a pressing need for people to say, hey, I want different options as far as flavors?
As far as flavors, I definitely think that having a variety of fun flavors is another way that I can catch people